Recording in progress.
I should probably do that as well. Starting now. Sweet. Man. Is there news to talk about this week?
There is. I didn't put this week's been between trying to talk to like people about jobs and being back to work and the kid. Like I've seen a bunch of news. I just haven't took a moment to put it all in the Discord.
I feel that, yeah.
But I remember some of it.
All right. I mean, we're not at that part yet of the podcast, which is great. Yes. We're at the intro. But yo, did you watch back the Patreon episode from this week?
Yeah, I did.
Bro.
I had to because I knew how much work you put into it.
I edited that thing for 4+ hours.
Been there.
And it shows.
Yeah.
And I'm also like, I'm not disappointed because it's like, whatever. I'm disappointed because it's like, it's behind a paywall. So there's that. Mm-hmm. But like, also like, we can't release that on the main feed because of all the, music that we put in.
Yeah.
And we're not like, the music's probably going to be in there for a little bit, but at a certain point I might need to go back and, mute them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a YouTube function where you can just mute the songs that are, a thing that are copyright striking you. Like they're not strikes, they're just claims on our YouTube page. So the way that it's like reads is kind of weird. Let me pull it up right now just to read it out because it's very funny. Because when you upload a YouTube video, it goes through like the upload process and then it goes through some checks. And then after that is when it's like, okay, you're good to go and we're going to process this video.
Right.
For this one, the check processed was just done. And I was like, oh. And it said all the checks were done and there's no problem. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I make a thumbnail because all the thumbnails for some reason were like zoomed in versions of either you or me because of the camera cuts.
Yeah.
Which is annoying. I'm like, come on, YouTube, you know that I don't want this. But I literally I went and I saw it the next morning, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total
claims.
That
makes sense.
It just means that we can't be monetized, but we're already not monetized in the first place. We're ineligible. That's the wording that YouTube likes to say to us, is that we're ineligible because we're not a partner. We're not up there,
which is fine. Loss.
Exactly. But then the funny part is like since we're ineligible, it says ads may still be shown on your video. Just so you know, you just won't get any of the money. Any money will be paid to, the people that were using it.
Yeah.
So there's that. But it's fine. I mean, I'll end up like either trimming out or muting the song or something. Maybe in like a month or two.
Can't
probably
well, no, because that's still not the main feed. Never mind. I'm about to say, can you just upload a raw video to Patreon?
Yeah,
but Patreon's not our issue. We're talking about the main. That's why I said it's not being the main feed.
If anything, that's what I'll do. I'll just upload the file to Patreon so that all you Patreon peeps can still listen to it with the music in it. But on YouTube in like a month or so, I'm just going to go in and just like start the mute process and just let them, mute the audio for those portions of the podcast. Since on YouTube, it's got an issue, but I wanted the initial views and stuff to be on YouTube so that you guys get, you could like the video and all that shit.
Right.
And then if you want to watch it again at the music portion and you want to hear the music, you can go on Patreon and check out that video. But for now, we're fine.
Word.
But we have I have to go through a lot of our videos and mute some copyright claims, to say the least, because like I'll just be randomly playing Fortnite and someone will just do an emote that's just a song, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Can't fucking do that, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'll take it from you.
So That sucks, but I mean, it's only on YouTube. Twitch hasn't given us any shit, surprisingly. But
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, it's just the way it be, though. You know, what are you gonna do?
The way of the internet.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if we were making music and somebody was just using it on a podcast and not promoting it in any way, I mean, we were kind of promoting it in theory, but whatever. Yeah, I digress. But yeah, it's a phenomenal episode. The camera cut thing is something that I want to integrate into the regular show, but I got to figure out how to do it. One of our
faces and stuff.
Yeah, because I feel like it keeps interest. You know, not only just for like, because obviously I'm zooming in on like, you know, faces we make or reactions, but like also just like cutting in closer for like certain segments, just like for the both of us in the shot. I feel like that works really well.
We gotta upgrade. I feel like eventually we're gonna need like 2 more cameras. Like when we get really further into this, just one on me, one on you, and one that's center. Like now,
that'd be cool. Kind of like what's it called? There's a what's the TikTok podcast? Tiny Meat Gang.
Tiny Meat Gang.
Yeah, it's like a comedian and then a DJ, and they do a podcast. Yeah, but we'll do something like that probably. We gotta we need to get an apartment together as a studio.
We do.
Yeah.
Really do.
Yeah. I'll live in it and you'll show up sometimes. Yeah. I'm like, it'll be an office tax write-off for you, and for me it'll be a bed.
It'll be not my parents' house.
that specifically. Which would be great.
No, I'm all for that.
Hell yeah. The funny part, I was talking to Ryan today about he's over in Virginia, and he's at this new gym that he just started working at. And next door is this restaurant, and I saw the gym's page, and I'm like looking at their page, but then I see this post they made like, when you're done working out, go next door and go eat at the spot. In this spot's food looked fucking good.
Is it? Did he vouch for it?
Well, it's all vegan food apparently. And I don't know anything about being a vegan, but he said that it looks good and whatnot, and I'm like, I'm thinking about going down there in a bit to like hang out for a couple days or some shit. And fucking, I'm saying to him, like, I realized this. I was like, if I didn't live here, I feel like it'd be extremely easy to become vegan.
Explain.
So, like, think about people who were vegan 10, 15 years ago. You didn't really hear about it, and the most that they had for food was like strictly vegetables or tofu. And that was it. And they were taking tofu and shaping it into like turkey for Christmas, and that was tofurkey, you know, that shit. Nowadays, they got fucking like meat that's not meat.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
And it's just as good. I've had it before. And I'm like, why am I not eating this instead?
Because everything else is cheaper and more accessible.
That, but also I'm living here. Because me personally, I don't eat a lot. Like I eat big meals more so than a lot of food, if that makes sense. Like I'll have like one really big meal and like snacks throughout the day.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So like I could get like vegan snacks, which are like anything pretty much. Like I could have potato chips or popcorn, you know, those are vegan. They're vegan as fuck. The only thing that sucks about the popcorn is I can't have buttered popcorn anymore. So that sucks.
There's options. You could make it work somehow.
Shit.
Get some tomato basil popcorn flavor.
Ooh. That sounds good. Is that a thing, or did you just come up with that on the top of your head?
I'm just thinking of flavors that I like that can be considered vegan. Because there are these, I forgot what they're called. Are they like snap peas or something like that? But they're like dried snap peas, and they're one of the flavors is like tomato basil and barbecue. But they're like obviously like alternatives to like potato chips, but they're really good.
That sounds awesome. Good. Where do you get these?
Sprouts.
What the fuck is that?
It's a grocery store. I know of one. It's near it's in like Horsham.
shit. I don't want to go back there.
But I think you can get them other places. That's just where I've seen them. I think they're not just available there. They're not like a Sprouts owned thing.
I'm gonna need a brand name at some point later in the week. At some point when I go grocery shopping, I'm gonna need a brand name, baby, because I'm about to get me some fucking snap peas.
I think that's what they are, but they're really good.
So let me understand this. So it's tomato basil flavor, right? And you've had these specifically, right?
Yeah, I've had those and I had the barbecue ones. They also come in like, what's the other flavors? I think there's a Caesar flavor.
Oh, what?
Caesar, like Caesar salad.
Like the dressing? Like they just goop the dressing on?
I guess. I never had that one.
Okay.
I never wanted that. I'm trying to find it so I can give you a really good description of what I'm talking about.
So my dumb brain, what is the consistency / texture of these? Like, are they like potato chips, like straight up? Like
they taste more like Cheeto, kind of like cheese puffs, kind of, but smaller. That's the consistency of them.
And they're dry.
Harvest snaps.
Harvest snaps. Okay, I'm gonna have to put that on the list. Now, this is dumb boy question, which you probably didn't hear the question. I'm going to repeat it because it's stupid. No, you're good. I'm glad you didn't hear it the first time and the audience did, and they're probably thinking, what the fuck did he just say? So I'm going to say it again, and they'll be like, oh, he did fucking say that. Jesus Christ. Are they dry?
Yes, they're dry.
Okay. Because I found tomato basil's like a soup, and I was like, oh yeah, like Caesar dressing's like a liquid, so it's
like dry. They're dusted with that flavor.
Okay.
All right. The flavors are mango chili lime, tomato basil, Parmesan roasted garlic, Caesar, black pepper, wasabi ranch.
No,
lightly salted. And there's they have a barbecue one. That's the one I always get.
Okay. The tomato basil and then the garlic one sound up my alley.
Yeah, I'll knock off an entire bag. I'm sure that defeats the healthy part of it because I'll eat the whole bag.
Probably.
But it's better than eating a whole bag of Doritos or some shit.
Dude, I went to Walmart this week and I'm weird now because I like grilled cheese a lot more than I did when I was a kid. Like I'm having a grilled cheese problem where I've realized that it can be good if you make it with good cheese.
Yeah, but that can also fuck you up.
Yeah, that's the problem. I keep buying this thick cut artisan bread, and I get sharp crazy cheddar cheese and pepper jack cheese, and those are my two cheeses that I use. And I do 2 slices of each, and I break them in half so that I can have like I do like a weave of the cheese, so it's like equally all the cheese at the same time. A cheese weave, if you will, a schweeve.
Click that link I sent you in the Discord.
I will after the show because it will cut your face off.
Really? You can't just look at your browser while you're talking?
Well, if I click on the chat, then your face goes away.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go on. I'm fine. I interrupted the story.
I eat grilled cheeses now.
Okay.
And that's a problem. I was getting those cheeses because like I do that now.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped by the what's it called aisle?
Dairy?
The soup stuff. Like it's like soup and like seasonings and like broths and shit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That
so
aisle.
I'm there and I get to the end of the aisle and I see all the ramen stuff. You know, like you know, like the what's the fucking brand?
Sodium Attack ramen.
Pretty much.
Right.
It's the fucking cup noodle, those ones, the specific those. Yeah. And I find 3 of them that sound phenomenal flavor wise. We got Korean barbecue, teriyaki chicken, and then hot garlic chicken.
I would eat all of that.
Yeah. 87 cents for like a thing this big. I get home.
It's
I pop in that KBBQ, dude. I fucking eat that. Fucking good.
Did you have to down a gallon of water afterwards?
I did.
I know you did.
Because I
had to have.
I was about to throw away the thing.
Yeah.
Like the cup. because I fucking inhaled that shit straight up. Like I was like, and then like all the noodles were just my intestines,
Noodles
straight up. And I looked at the nutrition, and like it was 370 calories, and I was like, that's not terrible. Like it's not good, but it's not the worst, you know? Like it's not like
bad at all if you're only looking at calories. It's not terrible at all.
So I'm going down the list, and I'm like, you know, not much protein, blah blah blah. And then I get to sodium. There's 1,070 grams of sodium.
Anything with that many grams, if the grams of the sodium or sugar or whatever is 4 digits, if it's 3 digits, it's a lot. 4 digits of sodium, it's just cutting up your insides as you eat it.
Oh, I felt it as I read it. I don't know if it was like some sort of placebo effect, but I ate it, felt amazing. So I was like, that was delicious. Like the flavor was great for the Korean barbecue one. Like I was like, holy shit. And then I like read that. And as I read it, like my body started to shake because I did not feel good. And I was like, oh no. Then my hands started going numb. And I was like, I need water.
That's the noodles taking all the moisture from your body. It's just completely drying out your insides.
I did not feel good after that. But yeah, man, I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to get back in physical shape and shit. But, you know, life's hard when 87 cents is a grocery, you know?
See, that's how they get you.
It's literally is. I was like, you bastards, you fucked me. I was like, man, this is such a deal. This is such a cool, quick meal that I can eat. Like, you know, I don't have super long for lunch at work. I can just, you know, toss this in for 4 minutes and then I have a nice hot meal. Meanwhile, I have a nice hot death.
It doesn't cost that much to stop your heart.
Yeah.
That's why that's why they have that stuff. That's why they have value menus and fast food places. Like
that's how they get you, man. That's how they fucking get. I drove past Burger King today. You know, kids' meals are $1.99 now.
I had no. Well, actually,
with a toy and everything.
Yeah,
the whole meal at Burger King. I'm like, that's insanity. It's a meal, yo. Like you're giving so much food for $2.
Yeah, to the kids. You got to get them hooked, and then they become adults and pay $10 for an extra value meal.
Yeah. The worst part about the advertisement was that it wasn't just like, hey, kids' meals are $2. It was the playground's open, kids' meals are $2.
Come on.
And I'm like, first of all, the playground's open. We're still in the fucking Backstreet Boys reunion tour. It's still going. They're still kicking.
We're still in the damn Pemic.
Damn Pemic. I like that more. That's our version of it. Yeah. Let's stop stealing the Game Grumps content. Yeah.
We're still a little deep in the damn Pemic. And we got.
Has anyone said that before? Because that's actually good.
I don't think I never heard it.
God damn.
Now we got to keep saying it. Yeah.
Hashtag damn Pemic.
Damn Pemic.
It sounds like how Boomhauer would say pandemic and King
damn Pemic. And yeah, he would do
that. Yeah. Fuck yeah. It's ours. Copyright it.
I know we gotta. After the show, we'll go copyright damn Pemic.
We need to copyright that. We need to copyright our own show. We need to become.
Wait, we didn't. I thought we were in the process of that.
We were supposed to talk to someone in the Discord about that, and we never did.
Oh, dude, we were supposed to do the Zoom. What's that website called?
Legal Zoom.
Legal Zoom. Yeah.
But we were supposed to be walked through it with a person in our Discord, which we appreciate. But we both got extremely busy. I got a new job. You got a new baby, which is technically a new job. So things happen and life happened, and we haven't done that.
All right, we'll go. We'll take care of that.
We got to do that.
We need to do that. Like get soon.
Yeah, just so we can start claiming everything we buy. Like, hey, look I bought this toy for $30, and I showed it on a stream for content, which means it's a tax write-off.
We also have these 2 very expensive handheld computers that need to be written off.
True. God damn. Mine, I literally picked it up today to play it. It's dead. I haven't touched it in so long. Dude.
Plug your shit in. You don't charge anything.
Well, it's not even that I don't charge it. It's been in the case. Like I haven't touched it in 2 weeks. I don't have a thing to play on it at the moment personally until today, because a little birdie from Haptic Intel, shout out to you guys, bought the Resident Evil Humble Bundle that was posted in our Discord today.
Mm-hmm.
And they just so happen to already have Resident Evil 4. So, someone, the paler of the two people on your screen right now, received a code for Resident Evil 4.
I got it too.
Will I play
Not
that?
the code, but I got that's the one I bought the other week. That one and 2.
So I have Resi 4 now. So maybe I should play that on stream.
There you go.
Take an edible and then jump scares in chat.
A one-man bitch made.
I don't know if they make enough adult diapers for that, man.
Yeah, you put the bitch in bitch made. That's why we need it.
I do.
That's why that's what it's called.
That is very, very true. God damn. All right. You want to get into the main show? Are we ready?
The name's Pemic. Dan Pemic. Welcome.
Like the fucking focal thing of the barrel.
Exactly.
And then it's just you in the center. Do the thing. Do the thing. There it is. Hell yeah. A lot of fun editing that video-wise, if I remember.
It's just me shooting a syringe at you. Damn Pemic.
Pfizer. You gotta get all the fucking vaccines. Become Super Saiyan 4.
I don't know what that's gonna turn. It's gonna be turning me into some other shit.
Hell yeah. You remember that TikTok? It was like a while ago. It was that one dude who was the very popular on TikTok as a creator, and he does like skits like that. And he's like, now I've gotten all 4 and I have them flowing through my veins.
I think I did see this.
And he starts killing the doctor. He's like, you'll never defeat me now.
The doctor that gave it to him.
Yeah. He's like, sir, what do you mean? You're not supposed to. Shut up. And just like force chokes him against the wall. Like, that's what it does to you.
That is what it does. Fact. And now we back to record this. I lost it already.
I feel you. That's that exhaustion.
Off. Yeah, the exhaustion's starting to kick my ass.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I can go touch grass and stop with all the sass. These bars are hard as brass. And I'm like, yo, I'll give you a pass if you
gotta start praying so I can take you to mass.
Take you to mass, cut you with glass. I'm having a blast. Can't you tell? Start the show.
I didn't think that would last.
It didn't.
Well, it's in the past.
Well, you might as well pick it up now.
That was my pickup. I had 3 lines in there. That's the best I've ever done.
That's all that was left, right? You know I'm the best, right? We come through, beat him up. Chris, smack him with your fleshlight. That's right. Killing shit. I'm the villain, bitch. And if you want beef, I got this skillet, bitch. Cook it up. Have you looking up? Boom. Uppercut. Didn't see it coming. That's what she said. And then, nah.
Now the bars are just dead.
Yeah.
4. Okay. I get 4.
You do.
It's you this week, I believe.
This week. Start the damn show.
Dude, I was filming the bit for like the room tour that's coming to Patreon, and there was a part of me that's like, what if I take the fleshlight and just precariously place it in every single shot that I do?
You should have done that.
Like, it's just there everywhere, because then it would be even funnier, because since it's just one, what if it's in every single shot that I cut? So that means that it looks like I have like 80 flashlights in my room just surrounding, where I'm like, oh, I'm in this fourth of my room. There's that one right there.
You should. That would have been funny as hell, especially with people who have the knowledge of what.
Yeah, but the people who don't, though,
it's even funnier. People are like, what the is that flashlight?
Dude, there's this clip of a streamer. Her name is Foozly. It was like back when she originally started. There was a clip of her that went viral because she's like streaming here and her bed's behind her, like mine is, except for it's like a normal bed where there's like an underneath area. Mine has like drawers.
Yeah.
And fucking underneath her bed is like her guitar case, but it's also her sex toy under the bed. And she, like, someone in chat's like, what's that under your bed? She's like, oh, it's probably like a guitar case. And then she turns her camera off and turns it back on, and the vibrator's gone. And then PewDiePie reacted to it in like a video, and it went viral again.
Hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Bussin'.
Do what you gotta do. Goo what you gotta goo out of your coo.
Sure.
Welcome back, gamers, to another episode of Save Before Quitting. I'm Ant.
And I'm Chris.
And we welcome you back, as always, to talk about video games and nonsense and vibrators and dildos and such.
And the pandemic.
And the Dan Pemic.
Dan Pemic.
Dan Pemic.
Dan Pemic is just an office worker that sells paper.
Pemic, Dan Pemic.
Hi, man. Do you have a moment to talk about the paper you use in your printers and copy paper in your fax machines? My name is Pemic. Dan Pemic.
Everybody's like, did you say he's so used to it? He's like, no, I said Dan Pemic. Daniel Arthur Pemic.
Daniel Movid Pemic.
No, Daniel Arthur Pemic. DAP. Give me DAP. Anyway, back to paper.
Oh, shit.
We have to create Dan Pemic now. As always, save letter B, number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty.
Don't you forget it. Titty gang for life.
Yeah.
Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out, at gmail.com. savebeforequitting.live, right?
No, I fixed it. savebeforequitting fully spelled out.com.
Oh, it's back to .com now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have the live thing anymore. That's gone.
Cool.
So it's just savebeforequitting.com, which takes you to our website. I fucking did it.
You did it. He effing did it.
Yeah.
Save Before Quitting on Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Patreon. We're having some fun on there right now. It's been a great time. 3 tiers. Just, get in where you fit in. What?
I thought you were just gonna say 3 tiers, just give us your money.
Do the shit. It's late.
I really thought that's what you were about to say, and my brain said it before you started talking and finishing your sentence. And I was like, this motherfucker didn't just say that, did he? And
3 tiers, it's worth it. I promise. Join up.
It's a great time.
We
have some good podcasts.
Join the Discord. We have a ton of fun in there. A lot of fun conversations. We need some more community in there. So please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about all
Join up. Even if you're not into games, join up. There's a lot of people that just talk about the stuff that they picked up for the week for like weekly purchases and stuff. We got that channel going. If you're a nerdy person. Spoiler alert for one item that I got this week. I got a dinosaur.
I know where that's going.
There's a specific plan with this dinosaur, and I'm an adult.
We promise he's an adult.
Kinda. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I picked that up. So
he picked up a dinosaur. And Chris, along with picking up a dinosaur, what did you play this week? It's beautiful. That words can't express.
Dude, I'm about to buy another set of stickers too, and I need your input after this of which game I should get.
All right.
Because I got a fresh Fortnite one. So We're gonna clean that off, and we're gonna make it into a real game, a real boy.
Took the words out of my mouth.
We should do a podcast.
We should one day.
So games that I've played this week. Boy, oh boy, did we have an exciting stream on Friday. Your boy took a little bit of a gummy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That sent me to space.
Sound like it sent you to the bathroom, that noise you made.
Yeah, that too. At the afterwards. I can't remember a lot. Look, that's just it. That's what I talked about.
Talk tonight.
I'm not mentally okay still. That the fucking goddamn, what is the word I'm trying to say? 1 second. Let me go to our Twitch so I can look at the fucking stream and remember what I played, because I actually factually don't.
I know y'all played Fortnite at one point.
We did play Fortnite at the end, but the more interesting part was the games we played before that. Mm-hmm. We actually made a wheel of many things in which we went through the PlayStation collection, that you're able to stream games over on that. I have the highest tier. And we picked out some games and added them to a wheel, spun the wheel to figure out what I would play and stream on the stream. So I'm going to name off the games that we added to the list, and then we'll get into what I actually played. Okay. So you can come for next week's Figure Friday, where we spin the wheel again and see what we get to play next. So one of the games was Danger Zone, which I couldn't even tell you what it is. Yeah, I don't even think it's that good. Then there's also Thomas Was Alone, which it looked like a neat indie game, if I remember correctly.
Thomas Was Alone.
Yeah. I think John in the chat was also hyping that up. Pib Extra was saying it was pretty cool. Duke Nukem Forever. Never played a Duke Nukem game, so I figured we'll toss that in there. I think Frankie was the one who wanted that to hop in. Then
Duke Nukem
also
Forever has a very storied past as how that game came into development.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a way. It was
I guess that's how stories work.
Because it was a game that was in development hell, and then the person behind it was controversial with that person, and another company picked it up, and it was years of development hell until it finally came out.
All right. God damn. But after Duke Nukem, there's also Fluster Cluck.
Like that name.
Yeah. Then after that was Car Mechanic Simulator.
Like you do.
Yeah. What is this one? Sorry. Velocibox. I don't know what that one was. Legendary Fishing, which, keep in mind, we might talk about that in a second.
Velocibox sounds like dinosaur porn.
It does. It really, I can't remember any of these games except for the ones we played, and then one which we'll get to in a second. Kung Fu Rabbit.
Okay.
You ever heard of that one?
No.
Cool. Well, you might this Friday. Right. Knack, the first one.
We all know Knack.
And then Infinite Mini Golf, which looked actually kind of pretty cool. Forever. Like, it looked like what's that one golf that we played on the PS1?
Hot Shots?
Yeah, it looked like Hot Shots golf, but like updated in mini golf only.
That's probably fun.
Yeah,
mini golf games are always kind of good.
I wanted to play it. It looked like fun. And then the last one, which was the first game we played, Unturned. Now Unturned, holy shit. It was not good.
Can't all be gems.
Well, mentally, I wasn't in the good spot because that's right when it started to kick in.
Nice.
So I was very confused on what I had to do, but excuse me.
Still burning it up.
Yeah, that's what you pay for. The free show. Unturned looks like Roblox, except for worse somehow.
Somehow, because that game don't look that great.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you have. Maybe 1 second. I'm gonna edit this part of the podcast out real quick so I can actually send you this link. So we played this on stream for about 40 minutes or so, and I could not tell what was happening, like, at all. You spawn into this world that looks straight up like Minecraft.
Yeah.
And the tutorial's just like, hey, you can move, you can jump and sprint, and you also have energy, and then you can do this. And it seemed very much like the game Rust with like
bad Minecraft.
It was bad. But you can crawl, and the crawling looks fucking terrible. The way his legs are. But I finally got up to like a little area where zombies were and stuff, and I thought you could fight the zombies. So I go up behind one and I try to punch it, and it doesn't go according to plan. And the zombie, it fucking murders me, like just straight up murks my ass,
like zombies do.
Yeah. And I didn't understand what was happening. They just kept chasing me. You had to just keep running until they stop and lose interest. I found a hat, and then I died again.
That hat killed you.
Yeah, and then I found pants, and I found out how you could put pants on. I'm literally just like scrolling through the stream as fast as possible, just like taking out key features of this, and I couldn't find a singular weapon.
What's the goal?
It's a survival game, kind of.
Oh,
it's kind of like DayZ a little bit. Can you? I swear to God, I got jump scared by a fucking cube, but also not really. I found an umbrella that I thought was a weapon, but it's not. You just hold the umbrella over your head and walk around. Don't know why. It was not good, to say the least. I got a bunch of like food and shit, found that, and then I ended up dying for the 4th fucking time. Still not finding a single weapon, not killing a single zombie, not understanding what the point of the fucking game was.
The game has it all.
I was getting so frustrated at a certain point where I was like, I'm switching. I'm done with this shit. So I found a car. I drove it for like 3 minutes, ran over 2 zombies, and then after that, I hopped in the next game that we spun, which was Legendary Fishing.
All right.
Now, Legendary Fishing was actually fun. Like, I would go back and play this today.
What made it fun? Is it just fishing?
So it's just fishing, but once you throw the line out into the water and like the fish comes up to it and it finally grabs on, it turns into an anime.
What?
Like, you know those animes where it's like a sport and like it's like super like intense and hyper weird, and like the music's intense and the voice acting's intense, everything's, and there's like anime lines on the side of the screen.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get a fish on the line. And it's so fucking intense. It's so fucking fun.
I'm trying to get pictures of it now.
It's not good. I'm trying to find like the part. There's a specific clip where I'm like, oh my God, it's anime. And I think someone clipped it and put it in our Discord. But it's so fucking funny, dude. And it doesn't look good in the least bit. But once you get that first fish, if you go to 2 hours and 12 minutes and 46 seconds in the stream and then play from there, this is my first cast.
Wait, it's 2 hours. Wait, what's the time?
2 hours, 12 minutes and 45 seconds. That's my first cast of the game. And I'll put it in the video here because I'm loving video editing as of late. I'm loving giving myself work to do. Good job, me.
All right, well, I'm gonna need to sit in for your video editing class.
Hell yeah. I like that. Oh, I like that. Now what do I do? It fell for it. My fish now. It's anime. Get that fish. Looking good.
No shit. Fish on.
Dude. It's so intense and so much fun.
You know what? I guess a fishing game would have to be. They'd have to like overdo it.
Oh yeah. Like the voice actor in the background is like super campy and like insanely not good. But like I played this for like I think 20 minutes and I just had a good time the whole time. It was so much fucking fun. But yeah, I played this for like 20 minutes or so, and then hopped over into Fortnite. I've been playing a decent bit of Fortnite as of late. This stream we played 4 people. It was pretty fun with Ryan, Nicole, and Frankie on the stream. Yeah. If you haven't followed Frankie yet, go follow him on Twitch. He's actually streaming right now some Paper Mario.
This second.
But yeah, definitely go check him out and follow his stream. But Fortnite's fun with them, especially because in this stream I was high as a kite. And fucking Frankie was also high. So it was literally just Ryan and Nicole trying to win the game while Frankie and I are just like, trying to get a bird. Yeah. Like, it was not good. But yeah. And then other than that, I've not been playing too much as far as games go. I'm still looking for that game, that story game to drag me in and pull me into I don't know, something.
It's hooks in you.
Yeah, I need that. And then lastly, I watched a movie in theaters. Bullet Train.
How was that? Because I want to see that.
It was so much fun.
I didn't even know that came out already.
I saw it in Dolby because I just do that, and I have the AMC A-list thing. But I went by myself because I just do that a lot. Like, I just like going to the movies by myself because I don't have to worry about other people.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't have to worry about anyone else getting their snacks and shit. I get my shit, I go in there, I sit down, and then I'm ready to leave and I'm good. I don't got to do like, hey, what's up? Let's walk around the mall. And then after that, like, you guys want to get food? You want to go home? What do you want to do? You want to hang out?
On your own schedule.
Dude, it's so fucking nice. Like, I went to a comic shop and then I went to the fucking theater, saw the movie, and then fucking went home. And it was so nice. And then I did some weed. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't.
I did a weed.
I did a weed,
singular
guys.
Weed.
But Bullet Train was fucking fun, dude. Like, it's weird because I feel like I've only gone to the movies as of late to see like big budget Marvel or DC, some sort of comic bullshit film. Like, I've saw one movie recently. The only movie that I haven't seen recently that wasn't like a Marvel thing was The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, the Nicolas Cage movie, and that was phenomenal. And then I go to see this, and I'm just like, I'm surprised by how much fun it was.
Like, movies.
It was just stupid fun. Like, the plot was mediocre at best. The action was okay. Like, it was like they were trying to be like a Japanese, like, Ip Man type, like, you know, more blocks than there are hits movie. Yeah. But it was shot more American, where like the camera's moving with the hit as opposed to just steady cam. Here's what's happening. It was a mix of both, kind of. But the cast was phenomenal. Brad Pitt, I'm not a huge fan of him, but in a like slightly comedy role, he did really fucking good.
Well, that's good.
What's I can't remember the one dude's name. He was in Eternals.
Shit, I don't know.
He's a Paperboy in Atlanta. I'm terrible with names.
Every time I reference him, I just call him Paperboy.
Paperboy from Atlanta was in it. Yeah. He was in it with the dude who played Quicksilver in the MCU. That guy. And he played Kick-Ass as well. And they're twins in the movie. Okay. Which doesn't make sense because, you know.
Yes, obviously.
Ebony and Ivory, whatever you sang in a previous episode.
My vocals.
Yeah. And it was phenomenal. Like, their relationship was great. Their banter was great. The young girl that's in the movie, like the little girl, her dialogue was great. She's like, not necessarily like the mastermind of it, but she's, you know, she's like a smart kid that's doing some stupid shit. Yeah. Bad Bunny's in it for like a little bit and does some action scenes that are really good. What's her name's in it? Domino from Deadpool 2.
Dope.
Whatever her name is. Fuck.
What is her name? I know her name.
Does it start with a Z?
Yes.
Zazzy.
No.
That was Zazzy something.
Oh wait, it is Zazzy, isn't it? Zazzy Beats.
Yeah.
Zazzy Beats.
She's in it. And then there's a couple other characters that are in it as well that are just really well. I don't know if they're like popular actors per se, but like the old wise I think they called him like the master in the movie. Like he's like, you know, like the old master. Like he's got like the samurai sword in his cane and like tied back ponytail, like Fu Manchu face, like hair and like slash over the eye type shit. The Sifu as fuck.
Master dude.
Like, yeah. He's in it. He's phenomenal. The son of him is good. It's just overall like surprisingly good. What's her name's in it too? The chick who plays Kimiko in The Boys. She's just in it randomly. I thought she was gonna be like something else, but she's just like a stewardess on the train. Just like, hey, you want some water? Like,
yeah, I like when shit like that happens.
In the trailer, you've seen the trailer where like Kick-Ass and Brad Pitt are fighting.
Yeah.
And then they stop fighting. He's like, do you have like a sparkling water? That's her. And she's just that character in the movie.
I like that. That's cool to me.
If you can, like go see it in the theaters. It is so fun, especially in the Dolby, because like the sound's fucking insane for a lot of the stuff because they're on a bullet train, literally. But yeah, it was so much fun. I was just smiling ear to ear the whole time. Plus, I had one of those like old women that are in the movie. They're just like, they have the very specific laugh that just keeps going too long. So that makes it a good time too.
I love that.
Yeah. But yeah, that was fun. What about you? What you been playing? What you been watching? What you been downloading for your Steam Deck?
I have been playing more Rogue Legacy 2.
Nice.
I'm addicted to that game. What else? I've downloaded some games. I haven't played them yet. The games I've had on my wish list that I downloaded. So I'll refer back to those later because I'm not sure. I might want to like finally stream one of them.
Nice.
Me and you played Demon Throttle.
Oh shit, we did.
Which
I forgot about that.
Just it's infuriating but addictive.
So good though.
To the point where in the beginning we were like, well, we'll never beat this. Whatever. We'll do one more round. And I think that turned into 2-3 more rounds. Yeah. And it really makes you want to like, no, we can do it this time. We know how to do it now.
Dude, I can't wait to edit that video too, because I feel like it's gonna have to be multiple just because we played a long time in that. Like there were multiple times we're like, no, we're going again.
Yeah.
Yes. But it was the funniest thing to me about that game was like how I started as the female character because, you know, player 2.
Yeah.
And you started as the cowboy, and then by accident we switched, and then we were like,
decision we ever made.
we were both just like, we both like our new characters a lot better. This is great.
Execute those characters better than the other person did.
Yeah. Like it was surprisingly good the way that accidentally happened, but it was fucking fun. It was such a good time.
It's by Devolver and Doinksoft, the greatest
Doinksoft baby
ever. And it's a true arcade throwback in a way where when you die, that's it. There's no auto saves, no saves ever at all.
No codes to go to a future level.
Yeah, no code. Like you go back to the title screen and have to start again. But
so good.
But that's what made it fun, because now that the further we got, the more I realized why this game doesn't have saves in it. Because if it did, we'd have beat that game in like 2 hours, if that.
Yeah, probably.
We'd have just ran through that shit. But it makes you play smart. It makes you be like, okay, when we get to this part, we have to do this. Or when we get here, we have to make sure we have this much health. Or we have to make sure we have those shields, those bubble shields.
Yeah, we got to make sure we have all of our dynamite or our bombs.
Right. Do
we go to the special room or do we not go to the special room?
Exactly. And then do we know we remember this boss? Okay, we know how to exit. We know how to kill this boss.
Yeah,
this boss sucks, but if we can get past this boss, we can get to the next boss, which is easier.
Yeah,
and try to survive to the third boss,
which we didn't get to yet. Right?
We did. The third boss.
The third one?
Wasn't the third one the ice one, or was that the second?
I thought that was the second one because we didn't beat him yet.
Didn't we beat a second boss? No, that was probably the boss from the secret stage.
Yeah, I think we beat the second stage's secret boss. We didn't beat the first stage's secret boss.
We did.
We wait once.
We beat both of them. We beat both the secret bosses.
Yeah, but I don't think we got to the third biome yet. That was the thing we couldn't get to because that ice dude when he starts dropping, but he was also doing his like weird spit thing. Yeah. And then it sounds great for all the people who don't know what this looks like.
Yeah. But it was
Wait
fun.
for the video.
Yeah, we got some content coming with that. Yeah. But that was a good ass time.
It was fun.
I've been doing more like downloading PC stuff and transferring it to the Steam library and using it through Steam. So that's cool because there's these Sonic fan games that I've always saw on like YouTube and stuff, where they take the best parts of the old games and like people are making their own games. There's a whole community.
Sweet.
And they just specialize in making custom Sonic games, right? So I always see them, but I never played them because I never put them on my computer or anything. But I just see them on YouTube or I see them on Twitter or something. Little indie game developers making their own game. But then it hit me. I was like, well, maybe I could put it on the Steam Deck. So I downloaded one, but it didn't work. And it was because I'm trying to run a Windows executable off of Linux. So I had to find the workaround for that, which I'm glad I did because it lets me, like I said before, now I could play all Windows shit on my Steam Deck through this workaround. So now I've just been downloading a bunch of those fan games and trying them out. And they're pretty, there's people out here making games that are way better than the games Sega's actually putting out. Because I'm playing them, I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Goddamn.
Like, or they're like updating old games. Like there's a game for the Sega Game Gear, and it was called Sonic Triple Trouble. And it's like a 8-bit Sonic game. Like it is what it is. I played it when I was a kid. And someone took it, updated it to 16-bit, and made it like a Sega Genesis version with updated graphics. And I'm playing it, and I was like, yo, people are out here doing the Lord's work. So I've just been messing around with that, like stuff like that. What else have I played? That might be it. But that's just things I've been messing around with in between, watching the kid.
Yeah, I can hear him playing right now. Dumb question for you. Is the other microphone turned up?
No, it's muted. That's how loud.
Okay. He's just like with the analog sticks.
Well, watching the other kid.
Oh yeah.
This kid can watch himself. Sort of.
Or can he?
He can. You just gotta check in every once in a while, like, hey.
Did you break my Xbox?
Throw it at his face. But I think that's it.
Nice.
I think. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh yeah. You been watching anything cool as of late, or are you just, sticking with The Simpsons still?
What have I watched? I feel like I watched something recently.
Was it ridiculousness?
Oh, of course not. I'm never watching that show again. I'm scarred. That show will always remind me of pain in hospitals. Like,
to be fair, it should. That's the justified feeling to feel when you're thinking of ridiculousness. The show.
It's already a painful show. Now it'll just remind me of when I was in the most pain of my life and couldn't escape a hospital bed. Hey, can you hit those keys like any softer than you're hitting them? I can hear that over here. And I'm not if you can't figure it out, you can go back upstairs. So I just suggest you figure it out. Anyway. And I ain't cutting that out either. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Nice. All right. Well, now.
Hey, listeners, I want to apologize. I feel like I'm like multitask, looking at Trenton. I feel like I'm like tired. I feel like I'm not giving my best in this episode.
You're giving the best, sir.
Oh.
This is your I'm doing it to the viewers, but like this is the camera you're seeing. I have two cameras, humble brag. But like, hey.
What a humble brag that was.
I have a really shitty camera that your aunt's looking at, and then the nice camera that everyone else is looking at. Oh man.
Yeah, news. Let's do the news.
News. And if you didn't hear it the first time, news. Welcome to the news section of the podcast where we hop over to the Discord, see if we posted anything there, just in case there was anything super new that we need to check out. But there's a couple of good things that actually came out news-wise that we haven't talked about yet, at least for, this podcast. Scrolling still. We haven't talked about that. We didn't talk about one story last week that we should have, and we forgot to. Let me see. I'll start with that one. Yeah. AEW Fight Forever was leaked on Amazon. I believe it was. No, it was Xbox. Pretty much they were going to show the trailer of the game and all like the release and the pre-order and stuff. I believe there's a pay-per-view coming up this weekend, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong, but it was kind of made sense for them to show it off there. And it leaked a little bit ahead of time via Xbox. The pre-orders went up on Amazon, and they kind of just had to come out and just post the whole entire teaser trailer. The teaser was a little cringy. It featured both Tony Schiavone and Britt Baker.
I thought they were going for that, though. I think they were trying to hit that old school vibe. Yes, it did, but I don't know. It's something I don't know how I feel about this game yet. Still, they're trying to go for the feel of the old wrestling games like No Mercy. Considering the fact that they literally have the developer for that game working on this one, it's weird to me because the first trailer that we saw of this game looks nothing like this game. It's night and day. Character design wise. I kind of realized, like, I was watching it and I remember when the first trailer came out and I asked you guys in the Discord, I was like, is this up to the standards? Because not that I didn't know, but I deferred to the professionals. I'm like, how do we feel about this before I make a decision on how I feel about it?
I mean, the original trailer, they were very bulky, if that makes sense. Like they were cartoon kind of caricature versions of the wrestlers. Like I remember it was Chris Jericho. He looked like this when he came out on the screen. Like he was just like so fucking swollen, kind of like a little bit overweight.
Yeah.
But it looked similar to the No Mercy era where everything was blocky, but it was just more defined in like today's state, like era, But they came out with this trailer and it looks like 2K. Like it looks like WWE 2K.
All right. Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel.
What if it looks like 2K but controls like those old No Mercy-esque games?
It's fine. I mean, the thing that's weird to me is like it looks like 2K to me now because like every character almost looks like it's real, like a realistic version of them. But then like the movement and like all like the different moves that they're doing, it feels like it's like sped up, if that makes sense. Like
I know what you mean.
Like I get that it's supposed to be more like an arcadey wrestler game, but like even like the I think it's 64-bit. The one game that everyone loves. What's it called?
Wait, the No Mercy?
No, there's a fan, not a fan, it's like a indie wrestling game that everyone loves. It's 64-bit.
Oh shit, I don't know.
One second, I'll literally find this in a second. What is it called? Virtual Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
That's the one that like everyone like loves because of how like it's like very hard to control because you have to like press specific things and time everything right, and the timing of your moves matter. But like it also the way that it animates looks realistic even though it's 64-bit.
Right.
And then this it looks like everything that's happening, like the way that they're coming down in their entrance and like all that stuff is very 2K. But then you grapple someone and then every single movement is sped up ×2. Like you're watching a YouTube video at ×2 speed.
Okay.
Like just, it doesn't feel real.
I'm kind of clicking around now just to kind of get an idea.
I don't know how to explain it. Just from like an animation background, like I'm watching it, I'm like, this feels like there's not enough pacing like in between what's happening for it to feel like a real match. And I mean, that's kind of how the old No Mercy games were. But when you've redesigned this game to almost look like a 2K game and more realistic, it doesn't really match up to me. Because when I see WWE 2K, I'm like, okay, realistic sim wrestling game.
I see what you're talking about when I watch it. And then, like you said, I do remember those old games, and I do remember them kind of animating like that.
Yeah.
Like, well, for the time, animating like that.
It's just what they did back then. They couldn't really,
But I don't know. Like, I feel like 2K looks better than this graphically, details-wise, but I don't think they were going for graphics in the first place. Like, I feel like they were trying to harken back as much as they could, but also reaching the happy medium of, like, modern gaming. I don't know, because I don't know what they would have done visually as an alternative to this.
I mean, watch the first trailer that came out. The character designs are completely different.
Yeah, but is that good? Were they better?
I don't think they were better or worse. It's just that when I saw the first trailer, I'm like, oh, they're going for like an old school, like cartoony, almost like caricature of what this wrestling show is, as opposed to now where it like, while it's not up to like the standards of what 2K is, even though that's not super high, it's too realistic for what style of gaming they're doing. Like, it doesn't feel like an arcade game anymore. Like, they showed the different mini games and shit you could do. There's like a home run derby that you could do in this wrestling game. And like, if it was like a cartoon, more caricature version of like these wrestlers doing a home run derby on this cartoon baseball field, I'm in. It makes sense. But you have like these pretty realistic looking models of these characters that don't look any different than what maybe like a 2017 version of 2K was. Like, it doesn't mesh for me. Like, I'm gonna get the game, don't get me wrong. I don't have any issue with it. It just doesn't feel right.
It looks fun. I will say, I don't know, because I even played those old 64 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it would be funny if it controlled just like them.
I think that it might. I think that that's like the way that they're doing it. But
like, part of me is like, I hope this isn't just all aesthetic. Like, I hope it plays like them. Like, I want there to be a Switch version, and then you could use the 64 controller and play it.
That'd be fucking cool. I'd very much like that.
But even if it, or like, there's another, like, you don't have to do that, but it could even play like the SmackDown game for like PS1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that era of
SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
That era of wrestling game.
Yeah. I feel like that's what they're going for, but it doesn't. I'm not sold on like the way it looks yet, because it doesn't. I mean, obviously, it doesn't feel complete because it's not coming out yet. Yeah. But I will still get the game because I love AEW as like a wrestling company, and I love those characters. I love the idea behind this. I'm just not like sold on everything yet from what I've seen. Yeah. Like, you can't show me a year ago this ultra chunky version of a guy, and then in this trailer that's the announcement one, he looks nothing like what you showed me a year ago. Like, unless you talk about it, because they didn't. Like, they didn't mention like, oh, we're completely revamping how everybody looks, blah 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 blah. It was just like, this is it now. And I'm like, but what happened?
Where's the
what happened to that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, they're going to have to give up of like a behind the scenes development vlog or something like that.
I want them to. They were supposed to do that. They were doing it on YouTube for a bit with AEW Games, their YouTube channel. They kind of just stopped. And like,
why that is.
Well, I mean, the guy who's like leading the production of it, Kenny Omega, who's one of the wrestlers, he got injured. I don't know if he's still working on the game behind the scenes, even though he's still injured, and like he got some surgery and shit. But he's been off TV for almost a year now, and I assume he's been working on the game still. But like, I remember back when I think it was maybe 6 months ago, there was a video that came out for the mobile game, the GM mode one.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was on it, and he was like, "I'm not going to be back until we have something for this game. And we're not going to make another video talking about this game, and I won't be back to tell you about it until it's ready. And like
where you at, dog?
Yeah, like where are you at? Where have been the updates? We've gotten like 3 wrestlers videos shown. Like we got the Nyla Rose and Chris Statlander one a little bit ago, the 2 women wrestlers. And then prior to that we had Jungle Boy. But like, I'm not sold on it. I don't know. I'm curious of how Brett feels about it, being the other AEW motherfucker. But I don't know. I'm not sold, but it's a wrestling game and I'll buy it. So
it does look like fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't like it takes itself too seriously. And I think, honestly, the best wrestling games were the ones that didn't take themselves too seriously. Like, even if you go all the way back to the 16-bit era and they had the, what was it, WrestleMania, the arcade game?
Yeah.
That was fun. The 64 games, obviously. The WCW NWO, WCW NWO World Tour, WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, all that shit. Those were all fun. The SmackDown games, like those were just, and even if for someone who isn't super ingrained into wrestling, I was like, I don't even care. Like, this is just a fun game. I'm having
those
fun
games are iconic. Yeah, straight up. Yuke's the fucking developer just made fucking iconic games.
Yeah,
and they disappeared.
A good time back then, man.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens when that comes out. I'll most likely get it. Maybe I'll get the physical version, or in theory I don't have to. I can get the digital one, and then we'll play it together or something. See how we feel about it. We'll probably end up playing more of the mini games than the actual wrestling, you and I, but we'll definitely check it out once it comes out and give our actual takes and thoughts on it once it fully comes out later. Yeah. I don't know if there's a release date. I didn't really care enough to look, to be honest with you.
Hold on, let me see. I don't think there is. Fight Forever. No, it just ends with the logo and the title. It doesn't have a date.
It's all good. It'll come eventually.
It's just now I went further back. It's just coming soon. That's it.
Yeah. All good. But next up in the news, Ant, take it away.
Marvel Spider-Man Remastered is Steam Deck verified. I mean, it's out today too, so.
Yeah. Are you buying it?
No. Only because I want it. I just can't justify it because I'm going to buy it and it's just going to sit there for a while. And there's a million games I need to catch up on. So while I want it just to have it, it's like, for the time being, I'll just have to remote play it off of the PlayStation if I want to play it.
True. I still need that video link so I can do it.
I thought I gave you that. All right. I'll send it again.
Unless you did and like we just talked too much and it disappeared in the chat. That might be actually what happened, to be fair.
I did put it in the Discord at one point. Yeah. I don't know. It's gone now.
I'll go back and I'll find it.
Gone forever. Let me see.
I'm debating if I want to buy this.
CLD bought it. He's texting me right now.
Oh, really?
He bought it. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, he messaged me earlier. He's like, yo, can you check out and see if what's the one game? Have a Nice Death. If that works on Steam Deck, because he's been having issues with it. And I'm like,
he told me too.
I was like, I don't have that game, but Ant has it. Can you ask Ant instead?
Yeah, he asked me. It worked on I don't know what's going on with his.
I don't
know why that is. I asked him if it was like an update issue, or he said he's fully updated. So hopefully it's just a patch that has to be put out, and it's something minor.
Yeah, I don't know. Steam Deck is very finicky at the moment, but we love it. We love it for that,
especially with them ramping up production, so everybody's getting it. So they're in turn, they're just like throwing out mad updates of one after another. So
yeah,
I think it's just a weird time right now for Steam Deck, and I'm sure it'll all get evened out.
Hell yeah. Mini news, and then I'll do this in the next one because they're both kind of goofy. A Shovel Knight toy is coming to you guys from the Good Smile Company. If you guys know the Nendoroid line, it's like the chibi, big head, small body figures they do of like Overwatch and a bunch of other properties. But they're doing a Shovel Knight one, which actually works better because it just looks like Shovel Knight.
He looks so great.
Yep, he does. $62 because it's an import. It is from Japan. That's just the way that this goes with these figures. But they are phenomenal quality wise. And you know, CLD had to post that to entice you to the figure side of the world. Which, I mean, you're already gonna be getting the figures when the Mega Man line comes out, so it's fine. But, you know, a little bit extra on the side. I think you missed it on Figure Friday, but I was in the midst of getting high, and I was looking at my DTOFs, and I was like, I kind of want to put away all my Turtles stuff, like tote it, and like put it in storage or something. Because like, it's not that I don't want to display it, but like, I'd rather display other stuff. That's my mindset. Okay. And I was like, in theory, what I could do is I could be like, hey, Aunt, what if I brought over all of my turtle stuff?
Rent out your turtle stuff to me.
And then like we display it at your place. It's still owned by me, but you get this really cool turtle display on one of your shelves. And then I was like, Adrian would hate me.
Nah, she wouldn't. She don't come down here.
She don't, but if I walk in the door and she just so happens to be cooking or in that area and she sees me with a turtle fucking van with Super Shredder hanging out the driver's side, she could be like, oh no, take that out my house.
Either that or she'll just be like, whatever, I don't go down there anyway. Like, do what you want.
Maybe. We'll discuss it off. We'll discuss it off stream. Figure it out. We'll see if you would like to house my turtles.
At least you still see them all the time.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'll see him all the time. I don't have to put him away and never see him again. Plus, Ant would appreciate them because he loves turtles. He could pose them around and stuff, and like you would pretty much get the thrill of collecting without having to spend money.
True. I'm just housing and just admiring.
It's like rent. Like you're just like, oh look, this shelf is their apartment.
I see what you did there. Yes.
And then they could be background display as well for the podcast too.
Okay, yeah, we'll have a talk. We'll talk about some things.
Sweet. All right. But after that, another little baby story. There's technically two parts to this, and I'll just say the other one fast. But Fall Guys got Terry Bogard and Mai Shinran-yu. I don't know what game they're from.
They are from a Fatal Fury.
It says it on the character's hat. I'm stupid.
Fighting game. Fighting game that's been out almost as long as Street Fighter. It rivaled Street Fighter. It was by SNK. It was SNK's Street Fighter, which they're still making games today.
Sweet. Well, they made their way to Fall Guys' skins, and then also, which I think it came out yesterday. I might have sent it to you, but also Sonic. There's a bunch of Sonic skins that just got put up in the store. There's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Dr. Eggman, and I think Shadow as well. That was in the
Super
picture.
Sonic, one of them too?
Yeah. There was a ton. Like, there's like a shit ton of Sonic skins that were added. So if you're a Fall Guys person, you like Bean Boys.
My response to that wasn't that already? And I just assume, like, it's hard for me to
It might have been.
Like, it seems like every property has been in either Fortnite, Fall Guys, Smash. Like, it's hard. It's hard to keep up with what's been revealed for what.
The way that they do it is genius, though, because with Fortnite at least, and I'm pretty sure Fall Guys runs on the same model since they're, I believe, both Epic. So they'll release a skin, and as long as it's not a part of a battle pass, it'll rotate around. Like another month or so goes by. The store refreshes. Like, I think it was all of last month was DC. So all the DC skins that have ever been released over Fortnite were all in Fortnite still. You could get any one you wanted.
Yeah.
Now it just updated and it's all the Marvel ones. So every Marvel one's back. I spent money. I got Ghost Rider and he's really cool. He's got like his chains that are on fire, and he also has his motorcycle and he rides it like a surfboard. But as he like spawns it, he revs the engine with his hands and then rides it like a surfboard down.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They really thought of it. Yeah.
I also got a teddy bear that looks like Deadpool because I can't ever get Deadpool.
He'll be back.
No, he won't. He was a part of the battle pass in season 6.
Yeah, I thought you don't rotate it. He won't rotate back?
No, because he was a battle pass skin. You can only get him in that battle pass from season 6, so he'll never, ever be in the game again.
So do you curse people's names who have him?
I do, because I didn't realize that was the case. but now I have the Cuddle team leader as Deadpool and Raven as Deadpool. Not Raven, the DC character. There's a Raven character in Fortnite.
I was about to be like, man, DC Marvel crossover. That's what they decided to do with it. Out of all the things.
Hey, why not? But yeah, that's all I got over on my end. Next.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. New theatrical TMNT movie coming out August of next year.
Animated.
Produced by Paramount and Seth Rogen.
From the man who brought you Sausage Party.
Yes. So
can't wait for that turtle orgy.
I have high hopes for this.
Yeah, same.
I feel like Seth Rogen knows what he's doing. He said he's been working on it for years. Also, I can tell by the title font or title art, it's giving me the vibes from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The original black and white. They all had red bandanas. That art.
Mm-hmm.
It's reminding me of that, and I think that's the direction they're going to try to go in, or at least that's the art style they're going to try to go in.
The word turtles reminded me of the 2000 series a lot, like the angular of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. At least that's going to have some kind of influence. It just reminds me of that. But I know he's hearkening back to a classic variation or a classic take on the Turtles.
I like it.
Plus it being animated, I have high hopes for it.
Hell yeah. Will this be technically Trenton's first Turtles, or does he not care about Turtles at all?
I don't think he knows of them. But
he's never watched a show or a movie.
He's seen it before. He's seen the Nickelodeon, not the current Nickelodeon one, the 3D animated, the good Nickelodeon one.
Yeah. Apparently the new one, the 2D one, is good.
I've never seen it. I saw clips of it. I didn't like what I saw. But that was around the time it was first coming out.
Yeah. So the movie just came out, and there's a clip in there, and I'm like, holy shit.
I'm tempted to just watch it.
Yeah.
But
they have superpowers, which is so weird.
See, and that's where the whole purist in me, the throwback fan, is no, they don't have.
They're turtles, bro, that are mutants. Is it that hard to believe?
There has been enough mutant turtle content for the last 30 years to tell.
I don't think there's been enough.
Not enough, but there's been enough. There's been enough of a sample out there.
Okay.
Of turtles. But you know what? I'm also not going to be a gatekeeper because I think those people suck. So this is what the new turtle fans, the new kids out here are loving. Then who am I?
I hope you watch this show and it becomes your favorite TMNT.
I don't think that's going to happen.
But could you imagine that?
I'm not even going to say it's bad. I just don't think it's going to happen. You know what was a runner-up for my favorite version of them? That movie, that 3D animated movie, TMNT.
I've never seen it.
Oh, that was good.
I've seen clips. I've just never seen the full thing.
Nah, that was dope. And they had a sequel plan, and it got canceled, and that pissed me off since I found that out.
Damn.
That's a good movie. That shit was fire.
Do you hope that this new one is 3D animated or 2D animated?
That's hard.
I hope it's like the Dragon Ball Z movies, where it's both.
That'd be dope.
But it's seamless, but it's not. Where it's here's the 2D animated stuff, but then they get into the fights, and it's super anime ass angles and shit, but it's in 3D.
I want a Turtles movie that is reminiscent of Into the Spider-Verse.
That'd be awesome. Hard to do, but awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I don't expect it, but that would be really cool.
I feel like it'd be hard to do and keep it original as well, too, if that makes sense. I feel like if it was that way, people would just be like, oh, they're just ripping off Spider-Verse, which isn't a bad thing, because Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie that's ever been made, hands down.
I just think that style would lend itself well. Like it may look like it's copying it, but if I had to take from something, I just think it would lend itself to that property.
Oh yeah, 1000%. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But next
DC
news. CW's Gotham Knights will no longer premiere its pilot in 2023. The show is indeed dead.
Yep. Yet another DC project canceled. Meanwhile, Ezra Miller was just fucking a warrant out for their arrest for burglary.
And he just don't stop. Hence Flash.
Nope. Don't stop.
But still coming out. They haven't canceled it yet.
It's so annoying. Like, I feel like Batgirl really was the slap in the face. Like, the fact that Black Adam's coming out and Shazam's coming out and Aquaman's coming out, it really pisses me off that the thing that was canceled was like the first female-led movie that we were going to get in DC that I actually gave a shit about. No offense to Wonder Woman. It's just not my cup of tea. Like, I don't care about Wonder Woman. I don't think she's interesting. She's just female Superman to me.
The second one sucked. I like the first one.
I didn't see the second one. I refused to see it because I was just like, the marketing pissed me off so much because that was around the time where I was going to Target almost every day in my life because of the shitty job I used to be at. Right. So like I would go there every day and I would just see so much Wonder Woman 19 or whatever the fuck year it was. 1984 or 84,000. I don't know what bullshit it was. I seen it enough so I should know. But it was just like that gold fucking suit with the wings and I'm like, get this off the shelf. Like,
so you were upset that you saw it all the time?
I saw it for like 4 months straight and the movie wasn't out still.
That's like Marvel stuff.
No, Marvel comes out a month before.
I'm sorry. A month before.
4 months of seeing Wonder Woman.
Because I think Wonder Woman had a big,
got delayed again.
Got a big ad campaign and a big ad push. I wouldn't be surprised if Target bought the advertising.
Yeah.
Some of the advertising.
I'm pretty sure it's because COVID. Like, the movie got delayed. Remember, like, COVID was happening during that time, and then they like, oh, we can't go to theaters and see it, and then they were like, HBO Max. But here we are. But yeah, I'm sad that DC sucks.
They do.
Indeed. There's a part of me that doesn't even want to go see Black Adam.
How come?
I don't know, just because it's not going to matter. Like, same thing with Aquaman and Shazam. Like, it pisses me off because I really like Shazam. Like, the first one was really fun.
Yeah.
And it's also in Philly, so that's another really cool thing.
I didn't know that till I watched it, and I was like, oh, snap.
Yeah. And it's just a fun-ass movie. Like, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but then when it is serious, it's good. And then this next one looks good, too, but I'm like, but it's not going to matter. They just announced that they're redoing the whole entire DC universe again and doing, like, a Marvel 10-year plan. Like,
they need to figure themselves out, man. Like, it's the fact that you can tell they're lost because the fact that they verbatim said we're going to do what Marvel is doing.
Yeah.
I was
that's
like, wow.
Insane.
Yeah, the fact that y'all said that out of your mouths as DC. It's crazy.
It's sad. It's fucking sad, dude. I don't have words. That's the sad part. I don't know. But after that, more sad news, but on the Marvel front this time. Marvel Midnight Suns, the Dota, not Dota. What's the is it Dota?
Like a SOCOM game with cards.
XCOM.
Yeah, do
that. The XCOM Marvel game in the more what's the world? Supernatural realm of the world of Marvel was supposed to come out very, very soon in the next couple months. I had it on my fantasy league and I just dropped it because of this. They have an important update. This is their statement. They have an important update to share regarding our launch date for Marvel's Midnight Suns. After discussion with the team, we made a decision to back the launch timing of Marvel Midnight Suns to ensure we are delivering the best product experience for our fans. We will launch later this fiscal year on Windows, PC, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch following at a later date. We know fans are looking forward to playing Marvel Midnight Suns. We will rise we will use that. Reading's hard when they use the smallest font in the world. We've used this extra time to make sure we are delivering the best possible experience for everyone. Marvel's Midnight Sun is easily the biggest game we've ever made, and we're incredibly appreciative of all the support players have shared throughout the years. So it's delayed indefinitely, but they said before the end of the fiscal year. So maybe I won't drop it. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So fiscal year is March 2023.
Yeah. Maybe it will be out before the end of the year, but I don't know. It is interesting because apparently there's been some behind the scenes talks where a couple of people went behind into the studio and tested the game around the same time before the delay happened, and they were saying that they were pleasantly surprised by the game, even though it's not the type of game that they were playing like before. Like they don't like XCOM games. I forget who it was. Haptic was talking about it on their stream. If you want more in-depth discussion, because they went like in-depth as fuck, and I don't do research. We don't do research on this podcast, and that's what makes us different. We're different.
Girl.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought when I went Valley Girl. That makes sense.
That's what happens.
But yeah, they were talking about it. There was some dude who went behind the scenes who's big in the gaming world, and he's openly said that he doesn't play XCOM games, but he was super pleasantly surprised by what he played and what he tested out and what was going on in Midnight Sun. So it looks like this isn't like a delay because it's bad or there's a bad situation. It looks like it's literally just like, we just need to polish this more. And our original release date wasn't enough, and we're not confident. So that's good, I would say. I feel like we're in the time where, like, whenever you see delays happening in games, you automatically assume that it's bad, like bad news bears. So it is nice to see that whoever that person is, go check out Haptic Intel's stream, was saying that it's definitely not because of the game being bad. It's more so we just need to polish and get this out lickety split.
Well, power to them, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't play those games, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely look like they're trying to get something big here, especially with the last video promo we saw with the whole Spider-Man Venom.
Yeah, I think they put out another one too with Doctor Strange recently. So like they just keep adding characters to the roster, which is pretty neat.
For every character we add, we delay 2 months. That's what we're doing here.
What are you, Cyberpunk?
Well, they put out a Cyberpunk message.
That's true. That is true.
All right.
But next up, your favorite.
Sonic the Hedgehog, the official account on Twitter, puts out running faster, flying higher, and punching harder. Sonic Movie 3 hits theaters December 20th, 2024.
Christmas time is here.
2 years, there will be a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, which is pretty on pace with how the movies come out. They come out every 2 years.
Yeah.
So, something to look forward to.
Yeah, we kind of already know somewhat of what the plot might be leaning towards with the post-credit scene. I feel like it's been long enough since 2.
Yes.
But
spoiler alert, bang, 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 hit the spoiler alert bell.
Literally bang, bang.
Bang. Yeah, bang. What bell is that?
Well, no, like bang, because Shadow and he uses guns.
Yeah, it will be Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
So we'll see that what their version of that character does, etc., etc.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I'm curious with how many Hedgehog characters they're adding to these movies.
I mean,
how
only
less
3.
Well, I mean, like we're going from like the first movie, which was just Sonic, and now we're at 3, and then we're going to be at 4 in this next movie. Probably, maybe with, I would assume they would add more than just Shadow. If I'm being honest,
I have a feeling we'll see someone else, at least maybe Amy.
I think Amy is the safe bet. Either like Amy or a Robo Sonic. One of the two.
Yeah, I say it's Amy or Metal.
And they keep adding more. When does these switch from like just having animated characters in a human movie to having no humans anymore?
I think they have enough Sonic characters to do that, and I think they should do that. I don't know. I thought Metal should have been next. I wanted them to show the post credits, and it was Metal Sonic. That would have been if we're going on pace with the story. But after they said after this next one, they're doing their own thing story wise. Right. But no, it's cool. I can see them, but I could. It's either going to be Shadow and Metal or Shadow and Amy.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like they got to bring Amy out, just because like it's becoming very not that girls can't like the boys in the movie because they're all boys right now, but like you got to have the pink Power Ranger in the team, you know, like you can't just have the 4. You need the Pink Ranger.
Now, is she going to be damsel in distress Amy, or is she going to be the Amy that fights alongside of them Amy? Or is she going to be Amy who just runs after Sonic? Sonic, no.
I want it the other way around. I want them to be the damsel in distress and she saves them and then becomes a part of the team. Like they're in some sort of sticky situation hanging off a cliff and Shadow's like, I don't need to waste my ammo on you. You're going to die anyway. You're going to lose grip in a minute or some stupid shit, and then walks away even villain style. And then she's like, Sonic, with her pink arm and shit.
I don't think they give Shadow the guns in the movie.
Come on.
They're not going to do it.
He might have to give him like Fortnite guns.
He's going to grab like, maybe at some point in the game, he grabs like one of the cops' weapons. And he does the pose from the front of the Shadow the Hedgehog box. So you'd be like, oh, he did the thing. But then, you know, I can't see them in this kid's movie and he's just fucking popping people with a gun.
I mean, he could have like cartoon guns. Like the guns could be like lasers or like some Dr. Doofenshmirtz type shit where like you shoot someone and they're like in a bubble, you know?
I guess.
Like a phaser, like the Star Wars one where it's like the circle and like you shoot them and they're like, you know, that shit.
Yes, I do know exactly what you mean. But I think by the end of it, I think they're going to go full Sonic Adventure 2 ending where they team up. Sonic and Shadow team up together. They both go super and destroy whatever. There's going to be a bigger bad thing.
Robot Sonic.
Yeah. Maybe that would be dope if they did.
Shadow makes Robot Sonic.
No, but that was an Eggman creation.
Well, Eggman's dead.
Did we see him die?
I mean, technically, no. I mean, there's also hints that he didn't, but like,
he's not dead.
You know,
because part of Shadow's story, Eggman's involved. And then he doesn't want to trust him anymore, kind of how Knuckles did. But Shadow has bigger reasons why. And it's a whole thing.
He stole some money from him.
I mean, I would go against Eggman if he stole some money from me. I don't know where Shadow got these Hedgehog bucks from, but Eggman stole
some V-Bucks, baby.
Speaking of Sonic movie, a Pacman live action movie is in development. The project will be based on an original idea from Chuck Williams, who
I remember this.
Sonic the Hedgehog of Light Beam Entertainment. So the people who worked on Sonic, or at least this guy, is developing a Pac-Man movie.
They talked about this on the Haptic podcast, and it was so funny because Brett was mad about it. Like, Pac-Man doesn't need a movie. All he does is fucking eat fucking fruit and turn ghosts blue and then eat dots, dude. And I'm like, the aggressiveness that he said the word dots was sending me. I was gone.
A part of me agrees, but all right. I kind of agree with him, but not for the same reasons. Like, yes, that is all he does. I agree because Pac-Man doesn't he doesn't have personality.
I mean, there's Pac-Man games where he does though. Like I remember playing one on PlayStation where it was like him and his family. Like you could play as Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and then like the baby.
To stretch a movie into that, like they'd have to. This is going to be like the Mario movie thing where like, I need to see a trailer. Like what is about to happen with this? At least with like when Sonic movie was announced, before you even saw it, you could still imagine what this would be.
Yeah.
Based on the story. But I don't know. But that's coming. So I don't know. Who voices Pac-Man? Chris Pratt, of course.
I was gonna say Seth Rogen. And like every single time he opens his mouth to get a new dot, he's like, it's just a one singular Seth Rogen laugh, like, like that'd be great.
Come on, Seth Pac-Man.
Yeah, why not?
Seth Rogen. Then who are the four ghosts? Or four ghosts?
Are there four?
Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Dot, I think, are the Pac-Man ghosts. It's gonna be some four. It's what's that boy band? The new boy band of today.
What?
They got that song Butter.
Butter.
I like butter. I don't know the words. I just know hot like butter.
I don't know that. I don't. Let me look up. Ready? Boy
shouting
band
it in the Discord.
Butter.
So before you look it up, I'm sure
that's BTS. The K-pop group.
Yes, them.
There's 7 of them.
Well, they better double up on the voices. There's gonna be 7 ghosts.
Trying to think of like 4. You know who it should be? It should be the cast of Jumanji.
Old school Jumanji?
No, the new Jumanji.
Kevin Hart, The Rock.
Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Just another excuse.
They're perfect together.
Another excuse to put Kevin Hart and The Rock in a movie.
Fuck yeah. We're still waiting on the Borderlands trailer.
True.
With Kevin Hart in it.
True.
I also learned apparently Bobby Lee is in that movie.
Really?
Yeah. He was talking about it on his fucking podcast, just casually, about scenes that he's in. And I'm like, you're spoiling things in the movie.
You're not supposed to do that.
Like, but he's just casually talking. Like, yeah, I had this line where I say this, like, Roland, don't do that. And like, I'm like, that's a spoiler. That it's a specific thing, not what I just said.
No, I got you.
I was like, Bobby, that's a key plot point that you just fucking.
Hey, Inky, come on. It's me, Blinky. Come on, man. Wait, hold on.
Can't you see I'm a ghost?
Here I come. Blinky. Let's get Pac-Man. Oh, Kevin Hart mannerisms. Yeah, so that's happening.
I want that to be the podcast. So that's happening.
Well, who the hell is the bad? Like, what's the bad guy besides what's the plot?
Well, Miss Pac-Man can't be in it because there's like a rights issue with her. So there's already that.
Yeah, I guess. But she's in like the cartoons, well, the old school cartoons.
Yeah, but now there's like a huge lawsuit going on with her and that shit. I don't know what the plot would be.
You know what?
Maybe it would be Miss Pac-Man, but like the whole thing gets resolved by then, and like that's the whole like end of the story where it's like they get reunited, like really. And it's symbolism for the real world.
It's just gonna be Sonic 1, except Pac-Man. It's Pac-Man in his place. It's just James Marsden talking to Pac-Man. He goes into his garage like the first trailer, holds his tranquilizer gun out.
The voice of Pac-Man is Adam Sandler.
Because of whatchamacallit? Pixels?
Yep. And then all of the ghosts are his friends. Kevin James. Chris Rock.
I want to see it now.
Yeah.
Now it's good. That's good.
Fucking what's another one of the friends in the group? David Schwimmer.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the one dude's name that was in Tommy Boy?
David Schwimmer, not David Schwimmer, David Spade. David Schwimmer is on Friends.
Oh yeah, that's a wrong Schwimmer. That's a wrong David.
Yeah.
What's the one dude that was in
Kevin, you said
You
Kevin
Can Do It.
Yeah, him. I don't know his name.
Yeah. And then you'll have like a ghost that didn't make it to the main 4 lineup, and it's that guy that's in every Adam Sandler movie that's got his eyes crossed.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey guys, can I be a ghost now?"
They should just add other Namco classic characters like Dig Dug and shit to the movie.
So you want to make Wreck-It Ralph, which Pacman was already in.
And Sonic.
And the ghosts.
True. Wreck-It Ralph really dropped the ball with that second one.
The Disney princess thing was good though.
That was the best part. That was the best part.
Yeah.
The first one I've seen
a
million times and I never get tired of it. The second one I saw once and was like, eh.
I'm good forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But I think that's all the news stories that we have. The last little one that we have that just came out 4 hours ago. PlayStation Plus is going to be adding the Yakuza games. Also, they're going to be adding what's it called? Bug Snacks and Ghost Recon and Dead by Daylight to the next update for August. So all those games coming at you.
There was a Splatoon 3 showcase. I didn't watch it, so I don't have the details. What else? There was something else.
There's some Call of Duty news, but I don't care enough to talk about it.
Mortal Kombat is coming out, another animated movie, Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind, that comes October 8th.
I wonder which characters it's going to be about. Snowblind, huh?
I watched the trailer earlier. I was like, this seems it doesn't look from the trailer as good as the first one. But I'll leave that up to people to watch that trailer. I think that's it. I think that we don't have to there's nothing else for us to really like jump on.
Let me double check to see if we have any questions. I think we have 2 questions. One we already answered. Right. There's 3 total questions, but one we already answered, so we won't do that one.
Word.
Cool. So the first question in the Discord from XOXO_Yuki. What game do you wish you could replay for the very first time?
Oh, man. I do remember this question. Shit.
And you literally in the answer said, man, so many dots.
Yeah.
Dots.
It's
Pac-Man.
Yes,
all right.
Got it. Waka, 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 waka.
While you think, I'll read out some of the submissions from our other NGPs in the Discord. Pib Extra says The Outer Wilds. Uniguff says Fire Emblem 6. Jamie says Stray again. And then Jabberass says Life is Strange 1. And then Uniguff said Life is Strange 2. So
for the first time.
Yeah.
Man. It's hard, because I would have to just suspend my belief my knowledge of everything I know now. Because even if I played a game again for the first time, there's all a bunch of current games around it that's probably an evolution of that game.
True.
So if it was like I'm going back to the time that I played it without knowledge of anything that's out now, then Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was amazing the first time I saw it. But you see what I mean? Because now there's so many fighting games now that looks old by comparison.
True, but like you would still probably get the same. I feel like it's more so like, what feeling would you like to relive? It's not necessarily like the situation around like, oh yeah, Tekken 7's out right now, so if I play Mortal Kombat 1, it's gonna look like shit. But like the feeling that you got when you played that game for the first time, like you want to relive that.
I think I've said this on the show before. Mario 64. Like, I know that came out at a time when like people was like, I think you were 1 when that came out. It came out in 96.
Yeah. Maybe so not like, even.
Like
I was almost 1 probably.
It was Mario 64, like people don't understand like that game, and you've never seen a full 3D game before, and that drops. It was, I remember walking to Toys R Us, and I just remember like I'm just in awe, like looking at this thing, just staring at this game, just like because it was hard to like wrap your head around that.
Yeah,
because everything was like 2D up to that point, or like kind of 3D, like PS1 super old school 3D. So to have like this game with this 360 camera and you could go in any direct, it was insane. Like, and I was 10. So for me, it was just like, it give you that like, games will never be better than this. This is amazing. I think that's the one game in my life that when I saw it for the first time, it was like, it kind of like broke your brain as to what games could be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's my answer.
This is hard. It's like I feel like the safe answer is like Marvel's Spider-Man on PS4, just because I feel like that's one of like the best Spider-Man games we've ever gotten.
It is the best Spider. Well, that and Miles, I guess. Like that's what's better than that.
I mean, I still hold the original PlayStation games in such high standards because I feel like, no offense to the story of the Spider-Man, the PS4 Spider-Man, but like it's very predictable, and that's not a bad thing. Because like if you don't know Spider-Man at all,
Spider-Man,
yeah, but like if you go into it not knowing Spider-Man at all, it's a lot better for you. Like, but like the setup of Doc Ock was kind of like, I don't know. Looking back at it now, thinking in this way, this is like actually kind of like the first time I'm having these thoughts like live. Yeah. It was very predictable and not in like, it wasn't in a fun way if you think about it. Cause like that moment where you're up on the roof and you're getting your ass kicked by 5 of the Sinister Six. Yeah. You know what's about to happen. And it's not like, for me, it wasn't impactful like, oh shit, here we go. Yeah. Because I knew. Yeah. And that's not even because I'm a Spider-Man fan. Like, if you watched Spider-Man 2 with Sam Raimi, you know what the fuck's gonna happen. Right. You know, it's not a hard thing to figure out. So like, it's one of those things where I'm like, yes, that feeling was great being in that game, but like, I don't know.
I think there's a difference. Like you're comparing it to Spider-Man PS1, right?
Kinda. I mean, like Spider-Man PS1, when it comes to like story and shit, like everything felt new.
Spider-Man,
like nothing.
The difference is Spider-Man PS4 feels like it's a movie. Like it feels cinematic. It feels very MCU inspired. Spider-Man PS1 felt like Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, but it didn't treat you like an idiot. That was the thing too.
Not that it treated you like an idiot.
PS4 did.
I feel like it gave you a different vibe. Spider-Man PS1 felt like I got my cereal. I'm watching I'm playing the cartoon or the comic book Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I just went to the store on Free Comic or New Comic Day and got like the next issue. Yeah. Like, and that's where I feel like, not to say like the PS1 is superior, because it's not. It's one of those things where it's like I appreciated that story more. So like that, and like even today, I feel like the story from Spider-Man PS1 is better than the story from PS4, because PS4 is just so fucking predictable. And everything that and I'm just realizing this now, and I'm kind of having like a fucking mental breakdown like at the moment, because I'm like, do I really like this game or do I not?
No, the game as a game, it's fantastic.
Yes, but like
mechanically, that game is amazing.
But I'm like a story guy, no pun intended. And it's really fucking me up that I'm like realizing that it really is like, oh, you want to play Spider-Man game, little baby? Oh, you don't know nothing about Spider-Man, little baby, right? And I know everything.
To be fair, though, Spider-Man PS4, it's so much more complicated than Spider-Man PS1 that they had to hold your hand a little bit.
I don't know about that. Not story-wise.
I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about
that's what I'm talking about.
As a game, Technically.
I guess.
You couldn't even land on the street in Spider-Man PS1.
Well, that was a mechanic.
That's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about mechanics.
Yeah, I'm more so, I'm like having this fucking aneurysm because I'm just like...
Everybody's not you, though. They have to do it that way.
But the question's about me.
Oh, yeah. But
I'm thinking about this in the sense, like, I'm now realizing that the story of Spider-Man PS4 is kind of mid.
I'm only explaining it. I know you know, but I'm explaining it. That's why it's like that, though.
Yeah.
Because there's some 12-year-old whose first game or experience is Spider-Man PS4.
That's just crazy. Because that game wasn't made for a 12-year-old.
I mean, they know 12-year-olds are going to play. If I was 12, we could play that at 12 years old.
We could, but that was made for like the Spider-Man fan that played Spider-Man 2 on their PS2 and were like, I wish the swinging was better than this because this is phenomenal already.
Yes and no. You know what game was made for the Spider-Man fan who played Spider-Man on PS2? Spider-Man 3, which was terrible on PS3 because they wanted to capitalize. So they tried to make the same game and it was bad.
I guess. I'm having a weird mental thing where I'm now realizing that the story of PS4 Spider-Man is not amazing. No pun intended. Like, it holds your hand story-wise in a way that I didn't realize till now. And I'm like, it's crazy to me that a game on the PS1 had a more complex story where it didn't hold your hand. It was literally just like, you are Spider-Man now. Everything is established, and here are all the characters. There's no explanation of who the characters are. They are just doing this thing, and they are bad. And you are Spider-Man, and you stop them. And it doesn't hold your hand.
Resources. And I feel like
it's crazy.
If they could back then, I feel like they would have more so.
But they didn't need to because they gave like character descriptions and shit in like the character menu.
I
gave
agree.
You the intros there
because I appreciate when a game doesn't treat me like an idiot. So I get that.
Yeah.
I like the fact like they kind of wanted you to feel like they weren't doing that, especially with the beginning where you jump out the window and you're just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like,
but you are.
Tell you how to swing.
But you're a fucking idiot in that game. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm having a moment.
I feel like you're gonna go to sleep tonight and just lay in your bed, eyes wide open, looking at the ceiling, thinking about it.
I mean, I will be because one second. Well, my ceiling is that right. So now the viewers saw it. So now I have to 1 second. Let me fix my camera for the viewers. This is a great video bit for the audio amigos.
Right. That's right. Do you often hope that it lands on you? What did you just do? I can't see you now.
Skedio.
You're back.
This is great. This is a great bit. This was worth it. Totally.
Audio people are like, man, what's happening? But do you often hope that poster lands on you and you can have a reason to kiss Spider-Man
since I've been in elementary school? No, it's been there since I've been in elementary school. That tape has held strong.
You just jinxed the tape.
Honestly, I don't think I can. That's like packing tape from like 2005, dude, back before I knew what poster tack was. But yeah, so not Spider-Man PS4 now that I'm realizing this. Fuck. I just had a mental breakdown on the podcast. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. This is why we're here. We're here to learn. We're here to have breakthroughs.
God damn. I feel dumb.
I know what you want to play for the first time. I know what you want to play. You want to play Legendary Fishing again for the first time.
Hey, man. You take one edible and you play Legendary Fishing, you're gone.
You're gone.
I will say my answer is Titanfall 2's campaign.
Yeah, it's a beautiful campaign.
I think that playing that game again for the first time would be amazing because that game made me fall back in love with shooters, like first-person shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was kind of just existing in this world where Call of Duty was the only option. Because not being an Xbox person, I don't have Halo as an option. CSGO had died for me, so I'm not playing that anymore. and I'm literally just a Call of Duty kid, and I'm that gamer that's like, I play Call of Duty. And then Titanfall 2 happened, and I cried at a robot. So like, that would be, because that whole campaign, like, the gameplay is so much fun, the story is so much fun. There's like twists and turns. You emotionally bond with your fucking Titan, and like by the end of it, when it ends, it feels good. Like, there doesn't need to be a Titanfall 3 story wise, which is the beautiful part, because the way that the story ended was just phenomenal. But give us Titanfall 3.
It's coming. I still believe it's coming.
I hope so. But yeah, I would say Titanfall 2. I would say, yeah. Sorry, Spider-Man.
Well, we spent so much time on Spider-Man. I don't know. Sorry. I feel like that's secretly your I feel like that's secretly your answer. You don't have to be sorry.
It's not, because I just realized that I might not like that game now.
It's the first one. You do like it.
I like the gameplay, but that's not all a game is.
No, not at all.
So that's why I'm like, oh no.
All right, I'm gonna let you have this internal crisis. And what's the next question?
Oh, sorry. I'm having a moment, guys. So we did get asked a question from Uniguff about what video game we'd like to see as a board game. We did answer this previously, and you answered that we said Mario Party, but I did want to put that Robbie said Pacman in the chat. So
that works. He works better as a board game than a movie.
Yeah. That's the truth right there. That's what the story should have been. New Pacman board game coming to PAX Unplugged. We're not going.
I know. We're not.
Not anymore. We're not
doing those arcade machines, and then
we're going to regular PAX, and we're gonna get in a fist fight.
Yep, we're gonna run into people we used to know.
Yeah. But the actual last question that we'll answer on the pod is, where's the most abnormal place that you found yourself playing video games? While you think of your answer, we had some answers in the chat from Uniguff. Not really abnormal, but camping. CLD said the beach for him. Jabber said trying to play video games on shitty hotel Wi-Fi is always a time. And then Pib Extra hopped and said outside my friend's camper at 11 p.m. on a CRTV.
That's fire.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Abnormal place. I don't think I've played in many abnormal places.
I got a good one.
All right, you go.
You ever been to a church?
Yes, I've been to a church.
You know the room that they got on the side? That there's like the one on the side where it's like the bathroom and shit, but then they got the room where the priest and all the altar boys get ready with like the wine and shit.
Get ready. Yes.
Yeah. So that room over there, at one point I was an altar boy. Fun story. None of the bad stuff happened that's insinuated with that, luckily. But one time I was supposed to be the altar boy, be up there. And I snuck my Game Boy in, and I brought it with me under my robes, my long flowy robes. So when the priest was doing his, the thing, what's it called when the priest just like tells stories for way too long? Like maybe like it's like in between like all like the creepy shit where it's like kind of culty. You ever realize like the Christian church is like kind of culty? Like every like, this is kind of weird, guys.
I understand.
It gets to the point where like the priest is just like, all right, let's get rid of the cult stuff. You guys ever been to a Costco? And then like that's the story, and it's somehow a lesson, that portion. I got off the stage, snuck into the back, and I fought a Pokemon gym on my Game Boy in the wine room.
You dirty dog.
Yeah. I hid away from the Lord himself.
I don't
face the fire gym. I don't know which gym it was.
Well done. I don't know if I've played anywhere abnormal. I remember finding games in weird places. Like I remember going to like a corner store or like a bodega or something, and there's like in the 90s, and there was like a Street Fighter machine because Street Fighter 2 machines were in every building ever in the 90s. I remember I remember we went to a friend's house because his mom was making dinner or something. It was after one of my friends had a show. No, we weren't at his house. One of my friends had a show at like a venue, and shout out to Grammatics. We were watching his show, and then at some point after his part was kind of done, we're in this like club lounge venue, and we're against the wall with our 3DSs fighting each other in Smash Brothers. Because there's alcohol, music, women. We're just over there like, all right, you pick your character. Let's go to the final destination stage.
The best LAN party ever.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think I played my 3DS Smash Brothers in line at the midnight release of Smash Brothers 4 for Wii U.
Nice.
But I feel like I'm not the only. That's not abnormal. Other gamers are there. I think. Yeah.
I like the club one. That was a good one. That was good.
I think that's as weird as I got with locations.
That's when there are alcohol and music and dancing afoot, and you're just sitting there. I'm a Mario main. Like, I feel like that's pretty weird. Yeah, you got that. You win. Yeah.
I lost that fight.
But yeah, that is the podcast.
Wait.
Oh, fuck.
Wait. Middle school class. Mm-hmm. Me and my homie Kevin were playing the original Pokemon on Game Boy, and we were trading Pokemon back and forth. All right. That's another one.
Bruh, me and my buddy Tony in gym class, we were the rebels, and we thought the gym class was stupid. Because like you get sweaty. Well, no, there wasn't even nerd time yet. Like I was like
time.
I wasn't even like fully invested in marching band yet. This was still like metal music, Chris, only exclusively, and fucking we would just not do gym, and we would sit on the bleachers off to the side while people were doing gym. And we used to do this thing where we would color commentate the gym class.
That's dope.
And we would just roast the absolute shit out of all of these people. And there was this kid next to us by the name of Kevin. And he would just sit there and as if we were a podcast and just listen to us talking and like roasting these motherfuckers. And he would laugh so hard that he would pass out on the bleachers with us because he was dying from the bullshit we were saying about these people.
You've been podcasting since back then.
Yeah, swimming around in a vagina. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But yeah, man, it was.
Oh man,
fuck gym class. Gym class is stupid. Go fucking get sweaty in the middle of the day, no shower, and then go to the rest of the classes. You're a teenager doing puberty. What the fuck?
Doing puberty. I do remember.
I thought I said during, but I said doing.
You said doing it.
My brain said during.
Doing the puberties.
You ever know the puberties? I mean, he did.
Whoa, he did. I remember being in gym, and then like you said, like middle of class, and you got to get into your gym outfit, and then you had to change it back into like. I remember I kept a pair of shoes in my gym locker, like an old pair of sneaks, and I'll just change into them every time. And in our gym, you had to like buy a gym locker at my high school. Right? Yeah, same. So, you had to like buy the lock and shit. Yeah. So it was my last year having gym. I think it was like 11th grade or 10th grade, one of them. And I didn't have gym after that. But one of my friends, my homie Jay, he was coming up. He was a year behind me. So he just, instead of buying a locker, I was like, yo, just take mine. But I never emptied it. So every day he's like, oh, bet I don't have to buy a locker. He would just use my old locker. I showed him where it was. And like, I just had my old sneakers in it from forever. He's like, then after he was done, he was like, oh yeah, did you empty? He's like, no, man, your sneakers are going to be in there forever. That's just what that locker is going to be. And I really wished they were still there and I knew about it, but I'm sure they're not. Somebody had to finally throw those shits out.
But or not. Maybe they live in infamy.
They were, do you remember the Nikes that had like the springs on the back?
Yeah, they were kind of weird, no offense.
I had those.
They were, I remember seeing them and I was just like, Really?
I loved those sneakers.
Were they comfortable? Because they didn't look comfortable when I would see them.
Yeah, they're pretty comfortable.
I think those came out at a time where I was not old enough to fit into that size shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Like there weren't sizes yet for me. Like my feet were like child boy. I'm little baby boy. Yeah. So I was not able to even think about wearing shoes like that. I was like, oh, I get to wear the shoes from Payless that have Spider-Man on it still at that age.
What age was I in the 10th grade? No, 11th grade. How old are you in 11th grade?
In 11th grade?
Yeah.
16, 17 maybe? So I think you're 18 by the time you graduate, right?
I was in 2000. I was in that class in 2002.
In 2002, I was 7.
Wow. That's where the show has to stop.
Thank you guys for listening to the Save Before Quitting podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe over on YouTube or rate us on whatever podcast streaming platform you're listening to.
Yeah.
It would be very helpful. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come over and listen. Follow us on all the socials. Save letter B #4 quitting. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Also, follow us on Patreon and join up. The $5 and $10 tier give you the option to get 2 extra podcasts a month ad-free. We don't do ads anyway, but that's a thing too. Really, really good episode just dropped this week. If you want to start with 12 and work your way back, I wouldn't blame you. But check those out. And then also go to the website, savebeforequitting, fullyspelledout.com. It's back, baby. So check out some merch. We have shorts now. I didn't know that, and I might pick up some shorts. And I made the merch store, and I didn't know that we had shorts. So,
gotta revisit that merch store.
Yeah. We'll make new merch soon. Probably. We got to figure out what it's gonna be because we have a decent amount of options for merch. I just don't want to like overflow the store with just like things that it will sell one of.
We gotta figure this LegalZoom shit out.
Yeah. Well, we'll be in contact with our associates soon about that.
Yes. She's listening, I'm sure.
I hope. Because if not, this is just going to go on deaf ears, and then we're going to forget.
We can't forget. We got to get this done.
Yeah.
We have a group chat. Have it done.
Yeah. We have a grount chat in Discord. Let's after this, when we're done recording, we'll shoot a message and be like, hey, by the way, we didn't forget. We definitely forgot. Aunt had a baby, and I'm high a lot.
That's our defense in court.
Yeah, hey man, I'm pretty sure that's a good defense.
So you two fellas went and robbed a bank and blew up cars on a city block. Like, well, in our defense, Aunt had a baby and I'm high. So
yeah, and I'm Latin, bro.
Oh,
so the Patreon podcast.
Case closed. You go ahead and leave, and like, thanks. Like, you though. You stay here. And I'm going to be like, yeah, makes sense. That tracks.
And then what they're going to say, right? Before you leave, make sure you always save before quitting. And now you can go free.
Bye.
That's the legal system in America at work.
I would turn around. I don't know how this would work. I would turn around and sue the hell out of that judge for something we didn't.
That's what we say. You're not allowed to say that. You owe us 5 cents.
Oh, once we get off LegalZoom, it's your ass.
You're going to want a better judge because you ain't going to be able to judge yourself, motherfucker.
He slowly turns his laptop like, I've already done the LegalZoom. Like, no!
Damn it.
I'm a judge, you idiot. Go to jail. I know, right?
Oh, goddamn. I'm so tired.
Yeah, that's y'all's post credit right there.
Yeah. Okay, bye.